So let's hop right into this tutorial. The first thing we want to do once we have Cricut Design Space open is go to our top right where it says New Project, click New Project, choose Blank Canvas. Next step is to come to your bottom left where you see this 100% and hit the minus sign until you get to 25%. The reason why I do that is so that when I add my shape onto the screen, it is already zoomed out for me. So now let's head over to the left side and hit shapes. And we're going to choose this pointed square. You have a rounded one and you have a pointed one. We want the pointed one, okay? We're going to click that. I'm going to hit this arrow right here just to hide my toolbar back. And now I'm going to change the dimensions of this square to whatever size doormat I'm using. If you have a 16 by 24, you will put that. If you have an 18 by 30, you will put that. And if you have a 24 by 36 or bigger than that, you will just put whatever it is. I'm going to do the 18 by 30 because that is the standard size doormat. Okay. So up here where it says size, you want to first hit this lockbox to unlock it. You will always unlock it if you're trying to go in and change the dimensions by typing in a number. Okay. So I'm going to make the width 30, height 18. Okay. Biggest number goes first, smallest number goes second. Okay. So we got 30 and 18 here. I'm going to drag from the center of my square where this plus sign is and just drag it down here just so I can see it right in front of me. Next step will be to go over here to where this black square is. Click that and you will have your color palette. You will change it to the color brown because you have a brown doormat. Now, we're going to do the border first for this design. So I want to duplicate that. And how I go up to duplicate, I'm coming over to my right and hit this plus button here. That's how I duplicate it. I'm going to duplicate 2 additional squares. One of them, I'm going to make 29 by 17. It does not matter which one. But I'm going to unlock it, change the width to 29, height to 17. Now, we can see that one is smaller or bigger than the other. We're going to take this one and just put them on top of each other, basically. We're going to highlight both of them. We're going to come up to the top where it says align. And we're going to hit center just to make sure they're in the center of each other. We're going to come down here to your bottom right and hit slice. And we're just going to start dragging it off until we see that border that we have here. We can delete both of these squares. So I'm going to highlight both of them together and hit the trash can up to my top right. I'm going to change my border to the color black, just like so. I'm going to bring it over here to my doormat just so I can see how I want it. And for this design, we do not want it edge to edge. We're going to make it about, I'm just going to show you what I do. I go down by ones. So 39, 29, 18, 17. Highlight it, align, center. Well, I know I do want to come in some more. So I'm going to do 28, 16. Let's highlight, align, center. Okay, I want to come in again. So let's do 27 and 15. Highlight, align, center. And I think I may keep it there. We may have to do some adjusting, but 27 and 15 is what I end up doing for the border, okay? And I just kept subtracting by 1, okay? So I'm just going to move this up a little bit. We're going to come over here to the word text. I'm just going to type in my last name. You can type in whatever you want to type. I'm going to put crisp. I'm going to come over here to where it says font, Cricut Sans. And I'm going to just find, I'm going to do Times New Roman, okay? Going to put that. You can choose whatever font you want. I'm making it bigger by dragging by the outside 4 white corners, okay? Just like that. Make it smaller. Now for this one, I'm not going to unlock it and change my dimensions. I just want to stretch basically like the length, basically, to make it longer. Just like that. I'm going to highlight this whole thing, come to align and hit center just to make sure that my last name is in the center of the mat. And now what we want to do, we want to put these breaks up in here, basically, up and down there. So I'm going to click the brown square. I'm going to come over here to my right and hit this eyeball here. Okay. I'm going to go to text and I'm going to type in D. I'm going to figure out how big or how small I want it in this area. Let's say I want it about that big, or if you wanted it bigger or smaller. Oh, I don't like it when it does this like this, where it kind of like got further away from the wording. I just hit undo because I don't want it to look like that. Trying to make sure I hit that right square. See, I don't want that. Keeps doing it. Just keep hitting it back. If it does it again, I'll just work with it. Nope, I don't want to work with it. Because I hate when it does that. Okay. Now I'm scared to make it smaller. Okay. So that's that one about right there, right? I'm going to duplicate that. Double click and just type in the word family. Figure out how big or small I want it down here. So let's just say I want it that big. You can make it, like I said, however big or small you want it. Okay. So we see where we want family. Let's bring it down. We see how big we want D. Let's bring that down. Let's come back over here to shapes. Get the same pointed square. I'm going to hit this arrow to hide that toolbar. And I'm going to bring this square down here to the word the. And I want to unlock it. And what I'm basically going to do is size this up to the word the. And we can also change the color just so we can see. I change to the color brown. Then I'm going to go to arrange, send to back, just so I can see. And I'm going to fit this square around the word the. It's going to fit just snug like that. Okay, see how I got that? I'm going to move the word the up. I'm going to duplicate this one. Hit the plus button. Drag it over to the word family. Unlock it. And then size this up to the word family. Want to get a little bit more on this end. Keep clicking the text instead of the box. So let's just say I want it like that in the box, okay? So I'm going to drag family off. I'm going to take this box and put it down here somewhere, whether you want it more this way or want it more this way, wherever, okay? I'm going to highlight just, I'm going to start right here, okay? I'm going to drag up just to the line, just like that, okay? I didn't go like this. I didn't do the whole thing. I just went up, just right there, okay? Hit slice. You can pull this right here out. Pull all that out. And delete all this. We don't need it. Bring this smaller square up here. Figure out where you want it. Say about right there or so. I'm going to just come till I hit that border. I'm going to slice it. I'm going to bring all it out. Just keep bringing it out. And you're going to delete that. Delete. And you're going to put your words right back in its place. Just like that. Just like that. You're going to come back over here to your layer section. You're going to hit that eyeball to bring it back. And boom. That's how your design will look. And if you want to size some more stuff up and do something different, feel free to do so. Okay. Now, from here, I'm going to hide my square back again because I see that's how I want it. It looks good. Hide it again. Highlight all of this. Come down here to your bottom right. Hit combine weld. Now this is one piece and not this piece, the border, the last name, and family. It's all in one. Okay. Let's bring that square back. Hit the eyeball. So now I gotta, if that happens, like it doesn't go back to where it's supposed to be, just highlight it, align in the center, just to get it back in the center. You want to come down to your bottom right now and hit slice. Drag this off. You have these two pieces here. This is trash. Let's delete it. You're left with this. I'm going to zoom in to about 50%. And your next focus will be putting the lines in the inner pieces. The inner pieces are basically will be your loose pieces at the end, like when your machine cuts it out, you can have like little pieces inside of certain letters left behind. Now, you don't really have to add the lines per se. It just makes it easier in the event that you don't realize that you're supposed to have a piece there, if that makes sense. So if we go to contour, when you look at this, you see how in the R, It has this piece here. You want a line to go through there to hold that in place. Same thing for the P. You see, right here, you want a line to go through there. And for this A in family, and that's it. Now, if you have some other letters in your name, then you may have to, put lines in those. But let's just look at your keyboard for a second. Look at the letter Q. It has an opening. The letter R, the letter O, the letter P, the letter A, the letter D, letter B. Same thing for the numbers. If you were to do numbers, you got to do 4, 6, 8, 9, and 0. And you also have to think about your lowercase letters. So like an uppercase E would need a line, but a lowercase e would. A uppercase G wouldn't, but a lowercase g would. So you have to keep that in mind. Just think about the letters that you're using, and you have to kind of already know that those letters are going to need a line anyways. So you kind of have to look at it from that perspective. I guess that will make it easier. But let's go ahead and add those lines. So let's go over to shapes. Let's get our pointed square. Hit that arrow there. Let's bring our square over here to the doormat first before I make it a thin line. Just bring it down here to the R right quick. Let's come up here and unlock it. Now let's change the height. The height only for right now to 0.12. Okay. I'm going to bring it to make sure that this white square here starts on the outside of this white portion. You see this white part of this R? I want my line to stick out of that to touch this brown. I want the rest of this line to finish all the way across here and touch this brown over here. Okay? So I'm going to hit the up arrow on the width side to get it all the way across. Just like that. I'm going to duplicate it and take it to my P. Straight across like that. Duplicate again. I'm going to take it to my A, and you will notice that it touches the other letters. We do not want that. So we're going to unlock it, hit the down arrow on the width until it's not touching the M. And that's it. Before I move on to the next step, I'm going to end up doing something different first. I'm going to click this line, duplicate it, and just drag it out the way for a second. Okay. I'm going to highlight all of this. I'm going to hit combine weld. Now your lines are going through there. These letters will be held in place, or these inner pieces in the letters will be held in place. Now this line I'm going to use to make this stencil into 3 separate pieces. So I'm going to unlock it, change my dimensions to 11.5 and 22.5. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this rectangle 2 more times so that I can have 3 on the screen. I'm going to take one rectangle, put it up to the corner just like this. Now, if yours don't go behind like mine is, just go up to arrange and hit C into back. Okay. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to hit slice down here my bottom right. Drag it off. Drag this down here for a second. And you'll have 2 pieces behind that first brown piece. And you want to delete both of those. We only want to keep the browns. You want to get this piece, bring it to the middle, put it there, highlight this, slice, bring it over, delete both of those, trash can, and now these are your 3 pieces. That will be your stencils right there, okay? Now, when it comes to this middle piece, you do have a loose piece here. Now, you don't have to add this line if you don't want to. It'll just be something else that you just have to put back together once your stencil cuts out, okay? So we're going to grab this last rectangle, and because it's at the back this time, I want to go to arrange, bring to front, okay? I'm going to make my width 0.12 and my height 2 because I want a vertical line. If you want a horizontal line, you would do the opposite. You would do 2 and 0.12, okay? I'm going to drag this line just right there, just like that. Just so all of this could be one whole piece versus this being a separate piece and then this being a separate piece. I just want it all in one, okay? So I'm just going to highlight just this middle piece. I'm going to hit combine and weld. And then that is it to making this stencil just like this, okay? You will come over to make. I'm going to hit don't save. No, I'm going to hit save this time. I'm going to save it. And then this screen here will show you how your poster board needs to be placed on your Cricut mat. You have a 12 by 24 mat. Your poster board is way bigger than the mat. So when you're looking at your Cricut mat, you have, I think, like either 0 through 12 at the top, and or 1 through 12, whatever. And you're going to start that poster board at the corner of the grid line, like it is right here. You're going to cut this side. You're going to find out where this stops at. So like in this image, it stops around closer to 12. You might say closer to 12. And you're going to cut where that 12 is, straight down. You do not have to cut the bottom to fit this. You don't have to. You can if you want to, but the focus is just to cut straight down on this side. Okay? You're going to move over to cut number 2. You're going to start at the corner of the grid. You're going to find out where it stops, which is around the 8. Cut down a little bit past the 8 to give you some wiggle room in case you mess up. You're going to go to cut number 3 and do the exact same thing and cut down on this side. And then that's it.